Greetings of the day, fellow Nigerians. Today we'll be looking at the reason why I personally think that come 2019, President Muhammadu Buhari will still be re-elected as the president of this country, even with his poor performance. You see, there has been call from a lot of Nigerians. In fact, many parts of this country are calling for him to be voted out come 2019. Yes, there has been call because of the poor performance of this administration. But unfortunately, this man will be re-elected come 2019, and I will give you my reasons. But before we go into that, we have to start from the scratch and really know where this administration is coming from. You see, this is an administration that came into power with a lot of promises and expectations from Nigeria. They promised to be feeding the primary and secondary school children at least 1 meal per day. You know, there were posters that bear that. Then they promised to pay unemployed youths of this country. You know, this was a promise that was made particularly by the incumbent vice president of this country, Professor Yemi Osibanjo. Then they promised the reduction of fuel pump price. Yes, they made that promise. You know, but none of them has been accomplished. They promised us constant power supply. This was a promise that was made by the former governor of Lagos State, Fashola. You know, in fact, the only thing that this administration has been applauded for is the fight against Boko Haram. That Nigeria believe that to a large extent the Boko Haram has been defeated. So you find out that with all these promises and the very little being accomplished, Nigerians are not happy with this administration. But unfortunately, no matter what some parts think, this man, President Muhammadu Buhari, the president of this country, will be re-elected come 2019. It does not matter whether the fuel pump price is now 145 naira per liter. It does not matter if Buhari is sick. It does not matter if former president of this country, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, have added Muhammadu Buhari to his long list of presidents, Nigerian presidents that he has written to, you know, has written his bogus letters to. It does not matter. You see, what really matters is the determination and commitment of Nigeria, the zeal to achieve what they really want. You know, that is the point. That is what matters. You know, look at this point we are in May 2018. The elections, when is it? The elections are in March 2019, and Nigerians cannot boast of a very solid person, a very, you know, a person that Nigerians can trust, that they can present to this country as a replacement for Muhammadu Buhari. There is no such person. There is no, you know. Yet, no candidate among that have dedicated interest for this presidential position that have really won the heart of Nigerians. You know, as far as Nigerians are concerned, they are neither a worthy candidate available, nor they are a worthy party who can provide a trusted candidate come 2019. Whether the election is rigged or not, there is no such candidate presently. Now let me dissect this argument so that people will understand where I'm coming from. Presently, there is no doubt that Nigeria still practice regional allocation of power across every major political party in this country. And this does not matter whether it is APC, PDP, or what have you. But the fact remains that this period presidential position has been zoned to the north. And the mindset of an average Nigerian is that if you are not from the north, you won't be able to win the election. And this goes a long way to determine the people that Nigerians will decide to vote for. And the eventual winner If there are 3 contenders for a position and the voters has been convinced that there is no way that the third person among the 3 will come up to win the election because of maybe where he is from, then they will concentrate their vote on the 2 other people. That is how it goes, that they have a better trust and hope on. And this brings me to my second point, and that is why Atiku Abubakar, who will not win a 2019 election ahead of Buhari. The point is that Atiku Abubakar, the former vice president of this country, have a lot of corruption issues, during his time with Obasanjo. He has corruption issues. In fact, more than 60% of Nigeria will still vote Buhari ahead of Atiku. Rigging in the north, whether it's the cows and the cattle that are voting, or children underage people that are voting in the north, you find out that Atiku will not win in the north. Buhari will still win the election ahead of Atiku. That is the point. And these are because Nigerians are still seeing Atiku as a very corrupt leader who will end up embezzling the fund just as they think that Jonathan did. Now, this is it. Secondly, the party that Atiku is planning to contest from is a party that Nigerians have lost hope in. Believe it or not, APC still have more integrity than PDP. We all know that APC have some issues rocking the party, but due to Nigerian lackadaisical attitude, a country of over 200 million people with more than 60% of its people being youth cannot form another formidable, honest and a party that is built on integrity, to replace the APC and the PDP. No wonder Buhari, with all his failure, still refers to Nigerians, and in fact Nigerian youth as being lazy, because we have not shown him any fighting spirit that we can replace him. And please do not think that the so-called coalition formed by former President Olusegun Obasanjo has anything to offer. He formed his coalition and started bragging that anytime he turns into a political party, that he will leave the organization. So tell me, what is the purpose of such organization? What Nigeria need now is a formidable political force, that we put PDP and APC in their places, and not a watchdog. We don't need a watchdog. Besides, Obasanjo have a lot of corruption charges against him. Nigerians can not even trust him. Okay, just listen to this tape. Just listening to this tape from Al Jazeera.
What's your response to the corruption chief appointed by President Obasanjo, who says the president who appointed me is more corrupt than the military guy before him? What's your response to that?
My response to that would be, why did you wait until after the fact to
Well, actually,
make
he said
that?
during. He just said it in a private conversation, which WikiLeaks then leaked to us all.
Then, that would really question the issue of the institution that was responsible for fighting corruption.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, because he was the head of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, which President Obasanjo, who you served under, appointed. You were an advisor to President Obasanjo in 2003 when he set that commission up. 8 years later, Human Rights Watch reported in 2011 that senior political figures who have been widely implicated in corruption have not been prosecuted. Human Rights Watch also noted that the EFCC was selective, dictated at least in part by Obasanjo. Their agenda was dictated by Obasanjo.
There is even an allegation against Obasanjo, of turning against his allies, especially when they need him most. The same thing he did to Sani Abacha, Jonathan, now to Buhari, people he had previously supported, probably in the beginning of their administration. And forget about his letter. Why it worked in Jonathan's time was because Nigerians wanted anybody else for the position other than Jonathan. Something they are prepared to achieve, that time. But unfortunately, this time around, they have not seen that fighting spirit. It is not there. It is not there at all. Now, do not forget that one of the major things that helped Buhari to triumph in 2015 was because Buhari has contested since 1999. He has gathered supporters over the years. He has pushed to be given a chance. He had his people fighting for him when Jonathan was seriously flopping. Now the Northerners and the Westerners marketed Buhari to Nigerians, and we all bought to the idea. Even when the Northerners knew that Kwankwaso was not only a better option to them, but to all Nigerians. But he was not as marketable as Buhari was, during that 2015, because of what Buhari did during his military regime. So these are the things that we are actually looking at. One may argue of Yoruba's hatred over Buhari, but APC is still stronger than PDP in the western region of Nigeria, and even more influential. That's another point. That's very, very good. So on the election day, you find out that the western vote will be shared with higher percentage. Will go to the APC, that is to Buhari. Then the votes and the rigging from the northwest, northeast, and even most parts of the north, the so-called north central, will still deliver Buhari to for this second term. So these are the things that I'm looking at. These are the things I'm looking at that makes me to believe that come 2019, Buhari will still be re-elected. So whether it's close to 1,000 that have died in the hands of Fulani herdsmen in Taraba, Zamfara, and Benue, Buhari still have a reasonable support from them. People are also looking out at the Kwankwaso option, but it's good to inform Nigerians that as much as Buhari is still interested on second term, Kwankwaso will not contest. Kwankwaso obviously will be a better option for Nigerians, but his elder brother is already there, and it won't be easy to convince him to contest. So with all this noise about PVC, please, fellow Nigerians, get your PVC ready to vote out governors and legislators who are not delivering in their campaign promises. But if it is for Buhari, it won't work, because in the north, adults, children, and the cows in that region, is like times 3 whatever we have in other regions of Nigeria. That is the votable adults. You find out that these are the things that we look at, and these are the things that will affect this election. And be informed that things will get better after 2019. In fact, it will be worse. So get prepared, Nigerians, because this is just the change that you asked for. Just get prepared. I'll be signing off at this point in time. Thank you very much.